All right. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for taking your time out here on a Saturday morning with us. And I'm really excited to see how many people are choosing to thrive with us in 2025. We had over 200 people that wanted to join us. We had many, many entries in the giveaway. So we will be doing the giveaway here towards the midway through the call. So stay on. You got to be present to win. And I'm just so excited to be a co-host in this container. My name's Mary Beth Fleming, and I have been dedicated to health and wellness most of my life. My desire to study health and wellness and be an advocate for a healthy lifestyle really started with my mom when I was young. And she went through some health challenges that we navigated as a family. And it really led me down a path of health and wellness and the desire to help others create that healthy lifestyle for themselves, no matter the circumstances. So I've been part of the Purium community, which is the organic superfoods we're using during this transformation, for about 6 years. And I've tried many things in my health. I've done raw foodism. I've been a fruitarian. I've done lots of fasting. And it was about 6 years ago where I started experiencing pretty intense postpartum depletion with my first son when he was 13 months old. The nutritional demands of nursing, and at the time I was a single mother, working a lot and kind of burning the end at both stick or burning the candle at both ends. And was suffering for it. My hair was falling out, my nails were breaking, I was tired all the time. My moods were all over the place, and I was really looking for some solutions. And that's when I found Purium and the organic superfood program that we're going to be embarking on together. And it completely changed the circumstances for me. Immediately, I started to see increase in my energy, reduction in my cravings. And it was about 2.5 months into the journey that I felt like myself again. It took me 2.5 months to get nutritionally fed and nourished again. And so that's why in this container, we are shooting for 90 days together because science shows it takes, at least 90 days to change a habit. And we really want to see all of you thrive, not just short term, but long term. And so that's why we're shooting for the 90 days together. And I am so excited to be a co-host here with you all. And we actually have a handful of co-hosts that will be supporting you all through this journey. Whoever invited you here is going to be your main go-to person. But then we have a crew of facilitators that I want to introduce you all to. So, my Diamond facilitators, co-hosts, if you're on the call and you want to raise your hand, I can better find you that way. And I would love for you guys to share a little bit of what your own personal excitement is for this container, any goals that you have personally. And then we're all are going to be sharing a little tip, trick, or hack with you all for, longevity and success in this container together. So my tip for all of you as we embark in this journey together is to really lean on the community that we have here. That's what's really, really special about Purium in general and this container is that we don't have to do it alone. And so if we have big goals, we can share them with others. We can have others help hold us accountable. We can share ideas. We can learn recipes from one another. And to me, the community is the biggest asset of this group container. So I really hope to see you all in our Facebook support group, our WhatsApp group, our weekly calls that we'll have, and just really sink into this community and all that is offered by everyone who's here. So, with that being said, Rebecca, would love to hear from you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks everyone for having me. Yeah, I started my superfood journey 4 years ago, and it was such a life-changing experience. Here I am 4 years later, still on the improvement. And for me, uh, doing this program has been the simplest thing I've ever tried. And as an Olympian and world champion, I have been in the health and wellness space and using my body for the best of its abilities for a long time. And this is the only thing that really has changed the trajectory of my health. In fact, many of the other things that I was encouraged to try from top ski team doctors and things actually took my health from me. So this is a place to build back. This is a place to be very supported. This is a place to make changes that can last. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to remember to stay excited about it. We have foods that we're using. This stuff has lateral. You can do things with these foods. You don't need to get so linear with it that you are like, oh, this is boring. I'm doing the same thing every day. So I just encourage you to remember that it's food, to use it creatively. If you feel like you need a little boost, a little excitement, and if you don't know how to do that, that's why we have the support. That's why we have the community and the resources so that you can have the best user experience as you go through this. And if you've got a family like I do, you will find that you cannot feed them faster, cheaper, and easier. I mean, same goes for yourself, but seriously, involve your children. Make health fun for the whole family. Try to get them sipping things and trying things too, so that they may want to make these healthy choices for themselves going forward. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rebecca. Excuse me. And one thing Rebecca didn't mention is that she is a previous Olympian athlete and a mother of many children, going on 8. So she really integrates these superfoods into her lifestyle as an athlete and a very busy mom as well. So thank you for being here, Rebecca, and being one of our co-hosts and co-facilitators. Allison, we'd love to hear from you next.
Hi, Allison. Good to be here with all of you. Thanks for getting us started, Mary Beth and Rebecca. I started with Helium and meeting this community last August, and it's been a game changer for so many reasons. Why I love it is, for one, it got me just a little bit more present and aware about my current state of health. My own journey into well-being has been over the course of, I'm coming up on 12 years sober in recovery this year. So once I started to remove substances from my body and actually get present with myself to see what I needed, that was the start. But there's always the next level of how honest do I want to be with myself, and how clean do I want my lifestyle to be, but also how effective do I want to be? And to be all of those things, I have to give myself the best that I can. And that will continue, the bar will raise as I continue my own evolution, not only as an individual, but as a parent, being a mother to 2 small young kids. We also have a 23-year-old coming up this month. So we've got a lot of moving parts to our family and our lifestyle. But the logistics of what this has done for me, it started with me. It just made my job, my role easier, because there's so much going on constantly. For me, I need something really easy and consistent that's high quality so I can get to the next task or take care of the kid, back up the partner, all of that. But what I noticed in my day-to-day living, I like the routine. And this is coming from a person who's not a fan of routine. I'm creative brain. I'm kind of all over the place with my projects and everything. But for me to keep a humble, consistent, steady balance for my internal world really helps me stay grounded and strong so I can really fully show up for everything else. So what it's done for me on the day-to-day basis of being a mom to 2 small kids who need a lot constantly is it helps me check in with myself. Oh yeah, I need to feed myself something healthy for breakfast. I want to take these extra capsules to help me with a little bit more endurance, or if I might feel like something viral is coming on. So I love the balance of nature and then science that we bring into this, because we make it, the innovation is we make it accessible and we make it easy. And for me, that makes everything more fun, because when things are hard, I'm less likely to do them. So a big tip for day to day is the packaging is compostable, which I love so much, because it's a much deeper conversation than just the individual taking care of themselves. It goes out into the community, out worldwide, about how we make something that's beautiful, the products, which are food, plants and herbs, but then we do it beautifully with integrity. So I love the practices of that our packaging is compostable, plastic free, that intention and the mindfulness around that. So when I started changing my decision-making processes on where I'm putting my money, where I'm putting my time and my energy, it's all little adjustments. So I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for doing this. Looking forward to the next 90 days with you.
Yay. Thank you, Allison. And go ahead and drop in the chat if ease is one of the things that you wanted in this routine or in moving into 2025, to achieve your goals. And also, maybe go ahead and drop a two if part of wanting to do this container was because of the environmental practices we hold as a company in terms of the compostable packaging. So you can indeed, when you guys finish your bags of Power Shake, you can go out there and bury it in the backyard, and it's going to be adding nutrients back into the soil. So thank you for bringing that forward, Allison. Nicole, another one of our co-facilitators, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited for this. I joined the Purium community 4 years ago as well. And I was actually in a deep state of grief. My family was going through a really horrific time at that point in our lives, and Purium really was a lifeline for us. The shakes became vital nutrients when every day was literally a struggle. The supplements kept us alive during the global pandemic, and not just alive, but healthy. They truly helped save my sister's life, which she was going through some really traumatic complications. And we had a way to make an income because we had a brick and mortar and no one was coming through the door when we had COVID going on. And then the community, like Mary Beth had said, that really was the part that changed everything for me and really was the answer to a lot of prayers. And 4 years later, I still say Purium is the answer to my prayers, able to provide the best for my children, provide the best for my husband and myself. And I have met the most amazing community that was already existing within Purium. And then we're growing our community here locally. And that just completely fills my bucket. Just the quality of humans that come together in the name of pure, loving ingredients to fill their family and their body with is just not like anything you'll see anywhere else. So super grateful for that. My goals within this container are to tone up my mama body. So I'm really excited to continue that journey. And super aminos are my favorite. Just putting that out there. My hack for this tip and keeping it flowing in your life is to do your Purium first. So I just make sure everybody gets their shakes first. We all get our supplements in, breakfast and lunch, and then we can eat whatever. Then eating just becomes fun and a creative outlet and to work on our palates and to connect with local organic food that's in the area. We finish our night with our cherry and that's a wrap. To say that it's easy is that's like kind of a small word for such a big change in a mama's life. So yeah, I'm super excited for this container. Thanks, Mary Beth, for putting it together.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole, for being a part of it and for involving your family so much. Go ahead and drop a three in the chat if you're intending to do this with someone in your family or your children. I saw there were quite a few of you that introduced yourself saying, I'm doing this with my boyfriend or my husband, or I love that because transformation really, again, comes with community and support and accountability. So thanks for sharing that with us, Nicole. All right, Anna, another one of our co-facilitators. We'd love to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. So grateful to be here. Thank you for holding this space today, Mary Beth. And I started my superfood journey around the same time Mary Beth did. And my story goes, I had a handful of chronic illnesses that nothing was completely working with. So I started to implement these superfoods, and within 3 days, I established an energy that I've never experienced before. So I started just talking about it and sharing from my heart. And here I am 6 years later, still doing that. So I'm on my third pregnancy right now. So my goals is to consume these nutrients to really nourish my body and the house that this third baby is living in. All three of my babies have been superfood babies. However, they've been so different because the longer you're on this program and the nutrients can just get into all those cells, the more differences you're going to see. So I still had like a chronic illness with my first baby. Second one, I did not. And this third one is like, this pregnancy has been so beautiful. And so really supporting my body this next 2.5 months before this baby comes. And so that not only I'm feeling it like locally in my body, but it's just like leaking out to all areas of my life. And that's what I really see when I do a transformation is things start to change outside in my reality. And I just really love that part. It gives me some inspiration that I can't find anywhere else, and especially in a community like this. So I'm really grateful to be doing this with you all with accountability, and as well as like seeing everyone else's transformation too. So grateful to be here. My tip would be like pay attention to the subtle changes. And maybe a way to do this would be starting a journaling practice if you don't have one already, or some sort of just going inward and seeing how you're feeling. So all the subtle changes that might be adding up to something a lot grander. So wishing you all the biggest blessings on your transformation journey. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. It's been fun to be on this journey with you for the last 6 years, and both Anna and I have gone through multiple pregnancies on Purium Superfoods, and so grateful. And on that note of journaling, it is super helpful in the process, and even taking before and afters, even if you don't intend to share them or anything, but for your own self-reflection can be quite incredible in your journey. Taking pictures from day 1 to day 30 to day 60, 60 and 90 is something I highly encourage, and we'd love to see your photos in the groups if desired, because the transformation is really beautiful to see. So thank you, Anna. Michelle, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, thanks, Mary Beth, and welcome. I feel so honored to be here and co-facilitating with all of you beautiful ladies and to see all these new faces. It's going to be a great 90 days. So my name is Michelle Ricci, and I do functional nutrition therapies and clinical detoxification. And I came here because of my own health journey. I was diagnosed with over 36 chronic and complex autoimmune disorders from mold toxicity, and they diagnosed me with everything. And I just knew I didn't wake up one day with all of these things, and my body must not be in balance. So I've experienced, you know, regrowth of my hair, better sleep. I'm 55, which you may not be able to tell. So my body was going through menopausal symptoms, which have pretty much are gone. So I could go on and on about my health story, but really what I love is being here. I came for the health, I stayed for the community, and now I love supporting other people in doing this. So some of my health goals right now, I've overcome so much. And recently, we had a death in the family, my son's father, and it really just kind of took me out of my life. I paused. I was still taking my nutrients, but I really just kind of kicked back. And so I'm very excited to thrive in 25 with you all and get back into my routines and tone up my body and really just stick with the plan. So I love being in this accountability container with you all, and I think it's going to be super fun. And I would say a trick or a hack that I have for success is really what I'm following for myself. So a couple of things. When we are feeling symptoms, it's really our body's divine intelligence trying to tell us not something's wrong, but that it's deficient in something. So if you ever stub your toe or feel anxious or have some pain, just reach for an extra shake and then really clear your cabinets out, clear your kitchen out, get the other supplements, isolates you may have been taking, and just put them in a box and put them away and fill your cabinet with your Purium. And I can't remember who just said that. I think it might have been Nicole. Just start with it in the morning and reach for it throughout the day, even if it's not what you're scheduled for, if you need it. And if you fall off, start over. That's the beauty of it. It's food. Just jump back in. It'll help curb your cravings, and it's just continually easy to just start again or lean in even more. So you're going to love the group. We have tons of tricks and hacks and recipes and little exercises and things that are going to put bees in your bonnet and help you really make the desired lifestyle that you change, and just keep leaning in. So those are my tips for today. And I'm so glad you're all here. Thanks, Mary Beth.
Thank you, Michelle. And definitely, as Michelle was saying, lean into the group. If you ever kind of fall off the routine or miss the superfoods, like that's okay. We just jump back on. We can share in the group, what our challenges are, or oh man, I missed a couple days. Have you guys done that yet? And oh yeah, we have. Just get back on. That's what we're here for, is to support and cheerleader for each other to really go the distance, by just leaning in, like Michelle said. So, and don't beat yourself up. Yeah,
I have one extra tip. If you ever miss your second shake because you went out with friends or you're too full for dinner, just still take the pills. Still take your capsules and still get some of your nutrients in, even if you can't get the shake in, and don't beat yourself up over it. Thanks, Mary Beth, for letting me out.
yes, thank you, Michelle. This is definitely a program where, it's designed to meet you where you're at and to find your own sustainable routine. So figure out what's sustainable for you so you can maintain it long term and see the results in your life that you're desiring. So, Shelby, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for holding this space with us, Mary Beth. I'm super stoked to be in this container with you guys. My name is Shelby, and actually, much like you, Mary Beth, I've always had a really strong inclination towards all things health and wellness. And like you, I've also tried all the things. And for somebody who has always followed more of a primitive eating style and ancestral ways of consuming food and living life, it wasn't until I was introduced to Purium that something I was very unaware of was things like glyphosate and the amount of herbicides and pesticides and fungicides and things that were being sprayed on our foods. And so um, I quickly became immersed in this whole new world of like toxicity that I wasn't aware of before, and realized in my efforts to mimic my ancestors as much as I could in today's heavily polluted society, that was actually more difficult than I realized. And I'm a massage therapist, and one of the things I tell all of my clients is health is a fluid state, and the body always wants to elevate its current status. So, even if you're the healthiest person you know, I know that there's room for improvement no matter where you're at on your health journey. And for me, it was a good opportunity to just self reflect and think, oh my gosh, if there's an opportunity to remove these toxins from my body, why shouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So that was a really exciting aspect for me. And I have been on the superfood journey since June of 2024. And in the last 7 months, my health has truly transformed. And we know that transformation is permanent, lasting change. And that's what I love about the lifestyle so much, is it's more than a body reset. It is truly resetting your daily habits, how you move through the world. And I would say one of the biggest tips I give to my clients and even to myself is at the end of your 90 days, or throughout the entire experience, um, what is the relationship that you're building with yourself through the process, listening to the body's social cues and physical cues and anything that comes up for you? If you have a stronger relationship with yourself at the end of this program, that's my main goal. Because when we can really start to tap into conscious consumption, intentional actions, it really starts to change how we move through the world. So, um, and much like Michelle said as well, keeping your superfoods at the forefront is my other tip. I actually have a whole wall with all of my stuff in the jars, and I never skip out. So, as you guys get started on this journey, you have so much support. And also, I love what Michelle said about coming for the health and staying for the community. Literally the most sincerest thing you'll ever be a part of. And you have so many people embarking on the same journey who want to support you every step of the way. So, really excited for everybody who's just getting started and excited to see where it takes you.
Awesome. Thank you, Shelby. And we do have one more person, Christina. I don't know. I think I saw that you were driving. Are you available to share your voice? All right.
Yeah, thank you. Um, I'll keep it short and sweet because I just have some great tips that I think are super helpful that I'd love to share. This program has nourished me for 8 years and I just keep leveling up. So it really is something that is I can believe in because I have not hit the limit. um, so my tips, and I'm just waking up over here in Hawaii, so pardon my morning voice. replace lots of foods, if not all the junk food in your pantry and fridge. Like I think that's already been said, but that is such a great one to just keep just all the freshest, most wholesome, nourishing foods that everything around you is something you can reach for all day long and feel good about it and feel like you're sticking to the program. And speaking of sticking to the program, I'm not super strict on the schedule. And everybody gets to do this differently. But if you're somebody like me who has super high metabolism and is super active, I'm going to drink maybe more shakes than the schedule. I'm going to eat more than a cup of broccoli. I'm going to eat so much fruit. So you get to do you, but that brings me to fruit. If you haven't already experienced the power of eating copious amounts of fruits, maybe experience that this time around. Like, I know it's winter in a lot of places, like you're looking at oranges, but the Cara Cara oranges, organic, are awesome right now. And, you know, there's apples, there are persimmons. Um, so those are a few of my tips. The power of fruit is that it's going to do a lot of the detoxifying for you. It's going to move a lot of stuff because of all of that fiber and structured living water and hydration. It's going to fire the electrical system of your body, carry minerals and vitamins, and just be such a great complement to these superfoods. So I'm a big fruit fan. And then fruits and vegetables, you know, just having like avocados and all the things on the list, just having those in abundance so you feel abundant and you don't feel like this is about going hungry or scarcity or deprivation or any of that. It's not meant to. You're meant to feel nourished and well taken care of. And unless you're experiencing a particular detox symptom where you might need to rest and just, you know, just rest it out. Generally, we're experiencing a lot of higher energy levels on this program. And that's really super exciting because, you know, we can get a lot done. There's a lot of like power, nutrient bang for your buck in this program. And my last tip is that if you're somebody who's not used to taking shakes or supplements, which I wasn't either, and it's helpful to you, you can set alarms on your phone, like little, you know, alarms that can go off at times where you're like, oh yeah, I want to be reminded to take my Biomedic and my Super Cleansar or whatever works for you. But just enjoy it, feel, receive, feel that nourishment. And I'm so excited. I just did it last month, so I'm still like vibrating from all of that, how good it feels to do 30 days. And I'm going to dive right into the next 30 days with y'all. And thank you so much, Mary Beth, for creating this and everybody else who is hosting.
Yes, thank you, Christina, for sharing. Out of all of us co-facilitators, Christina's been on this superfood journey the longest, and I love to hear that you're continuing to find new elements of health. So, a couple things that Christina pointed to. One thing that has been really supportive of me learning is, you know, if you're during this journey you're craving sugary foods, it's actually your body really wanting vitamins. So that's when you grab the piece of fruit, right? Grab the foods that are high in vitamins. And then if you find yourself craving the salty foods, that's your body saying, I need more minerals. So grab a shake, right? And so really learning to listen to the body and just take a moment to think about what maybe our bodies are communicating with us before we dive into maybe the habits we're trying to let go of, right? So that's what we're all here to support you with. And you guys are going to be seeing all of these co-facilitators on our weekly Transformation Thursday calls. So that's another element of support we have for you is every Thursday at 3 Pacific time, 4 Mountain time. We'll post this in the groups and things, but we have a 30-minute Transformation Thursday call, and this call is for this container, and it's also for people that are going to be joining us along the way. So the beginning of the call, you get to kind of have a little deep dive in the superfood program where you can just kind of hear the routine again, learn more about the superfoods, invite anyone that may want to do this journey with you, even if they're joining us late. And then we have some time for sharing stories. And we invite all of you to come on that call, and you can weekly share your updates or share how it's going for you. And we get to hear from a variety of different people to really voice the journey together. And then also on those calls, we love to share some recipes and things. So you'll be seeing these co-facilitators facilitating those calls, and those are all available to you guys. Some of the other things that we have available, if you aren't already tapped in, is our Facebook support group and our WhatsApp chat thread. So I'm going to drop those links here in the chat. So you can join the Facebook group, you can join the WhatsApp thread. And the Facebook group is going to be more we're the facilitators. We're going to be adding resources, education, adding value. We love to see engagement, people responding on each other's posts, welcome yourself, share how your goals are going. You can ask questions in there about the superfoods. And so we're going to be really active in there as like an educational resource. And then the WhatsApp chat thread really is for all of you who are in this community to start to create dialogue, conversation, and connection together. So as facilitators, we won't necessarily be posting resources as much in the WhatsApp group, but it's more for you guys to get to know each other and have a safe space to communicate your goals and how things are going. And of course, we will be in there too. So I highly encourage you to be in those groups. Our focus is upliftment. So we're encouraging conversation and dialogue to be positive and uplifting and encouraging and just really supportive in terms of why we're all here. And the goal of all of us being here is to thrive in 2025. So go ahead and drop a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. If you're going to be in those groups with us, we are excited to see you. And on the welcome post in the Facebook group, as you join, if you go to the top of it, there is going to be a welcome post. I actually may screen share that for you guys here for a moment. Let me see if I can get that popped up here, just so that you can easily access it. One moment. But this is where you're going to be able to find all the additional resources and bonuses that we shared are available to you as being part of this group. So here we go. I am in the Facebook group, and for some reason the welcome post is looking a little conjumbled. But if you go ahead and click on that welcome post, you are going to see all of the additional bonuses and resources that are available to you. So you can see we have a link here to your step-by-step guide for getting started with your ULT. You can reference that all throughout your journey. There's recipes in there. There's great information on the superfoods. We have a free book it's an ebook called The Toxin That Came to Dinner, who is written by the co-founder of Purium and the mastermind behind these superfoods. And I highly encourage listening to that audio version. If you don't know much about glyphosate yet, this is a great opportunity to further educate yourself and really learn why we're doing what we're doing and the importance of specifically the biomedic that we'll be taking. We have a free digital copy of a transformation booklet that you can dive into for your own educational purposes as well. It's kind of a deep dive into all the superfoods, so encourage you to play with that as you desire. And then we'll be doing some fun challenges. One of them is we're going to be doing a 5-day color pop challenge. And this is going to be all of us trying to get as many colors of the rainbow into our diet alongside the superfoods as we can. So you can go there and you can do this at any point throughout the journey. And we'll probably also prompt it as a group as well. And then, of course, the guide is in here that we'll go over today. And then the WhatsApp thread as well. So really encourage everyone to utilize those resources. They're all things that have been super supportive for each of us in doing this journey. And, go ahead and drop a 3 if you're feeling excited. If you're, really, go ahead and drop the word support if you're excited about the support in the community that's available here to you, because we are really trying to make it a learning space for everyone. Beautiful. Okay, and now the moment that you've all been waiting for. the giveaway. So I thought it would be fun to actually do this together. I have everyone's name who did all the qualifications for the giveaway here in a little spinny wheel. And I'm going to bring it up on the screen, and you must be present to win. So if the, the arrow lands on a name that isn't here, we will spin again. So here we go, everyone. This is the moment of truth, the $250 winner of participating in this group with us. And the winner is Madison Lammers. Are you here on the call with us? If so, can you come off mute?
Hey, I'm here.
Yay! Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Um,
Yay.
yeah, we will be getting you that money, and we'd love to hear for a moment. Can you just share with the group, why you're here, what your goal is, and yeah, we're excited you're here.
Yeah, this is my second month on the ULT transformation. So my goals really were to just level up, create new habits, sustainable new habits. Um, yeah, I just wanted better for myself. So this has been really great so far. I've been able to stick with the routine, and when I fall off, like everyone's saying, just get right back on. And that's been just giving me some grace in the process. So I'm excited to keep going, and thanks for the raffle.
What are you going to put the $250 towards in terms of?
Honestly, probably either back to products or my car payment. So
Yeah, that's great. Whatever you need, it's needed to go towards thriving more in your life. So congratulations, Maddie. We're so glad you're here. I
thank
see
you.
you're getting a lot of congratulations in the chat, and congratulations everyone who, entered. We often do other exciting raffles and giveaways and things. So there's will be more opportunities for some fun things. Um, all right. And then one thing that I really would love to go through with you all is our Thrive Guide. So the point of the Thrive Guide that we created for you all is for simplicity. And it really is like your go-to guide throughout this journey. If you just follow these simple steps, these simple recommendations, you're going to have a great time and you're going to really enjoy the process as well. So this can be found in the Facebook support group. And it's very simple. We are just going through the word thrive as an acronym, a guide to thriving in your physical, mental, emotional well-being with the ultimate lifestyle transformation. So, when in doubt, remember T, which is to take your superfoods daily. No matter what the circumstances, just get them in. Like Christina said, if you can't totally follow the schedule to the T, Allison talked about this too. That's okay. Just get your superfoods in. Consistency really is the name of the game for this type of transformation. It is food, so it takes time, right, for the body to adjust. So, when in doubt, grab a shake, grab your aminos. I personally keep a bottle of aminos in my purse all the time as I'm out and about with my children on the go. So when in doubt, remember T. Take your superfoods every day. H is hold meaningful intentions. So we can, as we move into the Q&A and the sharing section, we'd love to hear from you guys also in the WhatsApp group and the Facebook. What are your intentions? And to revisit those intentions on a daily basis, to remind yourself of why you're here, of what you're striving to achieve. Stay connected to the end goal because that will create the longevity. And we would love to hear those intentions as well so we can also check in on you and see how those are going for you. The R is just recommit daily. This was mentioned by many of our co-facilitators. Just jump back on. If you fall off the path or you go out to dinner or, you travel and you kind of get off, that's okay. Just recommit. Recommit daily. Each day is a new day. So track your journey by journaling, take pictures like I mentioned, and really lean into the support and stay connected to the group and the person that invited you who is supporting you more directly. That is our R. And then I. Invite friends and family and members to join you for accountability. So we will keep this group ongoing. It'll kind of be an ongoing group throughout the year. Obviously, those of us that are joining between the dates that we had set are in the 90-day together right starting now. But this is going to be an ongoing group. So if you're out and about in life, or your husband or your partner is noticing some differences and deciding, you know what, I do want to do this with you. Maybe it's 2 weeks from now, maybe it's a month from now. People are able to join us in the group as an ongoing, and we want to really thrive throughout the entire year. So think about friends and family that might want to join you part way through the journey, or towards the beginning, towards the end, and we can support them in getting plugged into the groups as well, and the accountability in the community. V is vacation from highly processed and junk foods. I know this was also mentioned a couple times. This is not meant to be a program of deprivation. It's meant to be a program of deep nourishment. And so you're eating alongside the superfoods. Technically, your superfood kit comes with 2 meals a day, and then you get to snack throughout the day, and then you get to decide what you're going to have for one of those bigger meals. But just, like many of them said, just keep healthy food around you. The goal is whole foods, as organic as possible, and just take a little vacation from processed food and junk foods and see how it serves you along this journey. And lastly, this is probably the most important element, is to every day celebrate yourself for the small steps in the right direction. So in your journaling process, or however you do that, celebrate yourself for, taking your 2 shakes a day. Celebrate yourself for trying a new fruit. Celebrate yourself for sharing in the group, for coming to the Transformation Thursday calls. Everyday celebration is such an important step to this journey. So I hope that was helpful. Go ahead and drop a 10 in the chat if you're going to be following that Thrive Guide and just going back to the basics and the simplicity during this journey. Beautiful. All right. Well, we are coming to the close. And so what we would love to do, for those of you that can stay on the call, as co-facilitators, we will be answering some questions that you may have about the superfood journey, or if you feel inspired to come on and just share why you're here, why you're excited to be here, we'd love to hear your voice as well. And if you have to leave, we understand that too, and we thank you for being here, and we will see you on the calls, we'll see you in the group, and we're so excited to have you. So yes, go ahead and raise your hand. Sabrina, I see your hand is raised.
Aloha, everyone. Good morning. I'm in the call from LA, doing all right. I just wanted to share that I think when I started eating really, really healthy for the first time and going vegan, it was the first month was the hardest. And then the difference I noticed with the first month being regarding cravings was the hardest. And then what I noticed with these superfoods is it's definitely easier. Like I'm not having the cravings as much. And so I really appreciate you, Mary Beth, explaining when we're craving something sweet, we're actually needing something with vitamins, because I didn't know what that is, because I've had a stressful week this week. So usually by the end of the day, I've been craving like cookies or something. The interesting thing that I've noticed is since being back on these superfoods, I noticed the taste difference. When I have cookies or whatever, I'm like, at first it tastes really good, but then I'm like, this just doesn't satisfy me like the superfoods do. So what I'm finding basically is that the overly processed food, like the frozen pizzas and so forth, like I'm now not craving them because I remember how they taste. They a lot of them, especially because I'm gluten free, so a lot of it tastes like cardboard. So that's what I love about these superfood power shakes is the taste. They taste so good. the taste levels, out the roof. And then I feel so nourished. So I think if anything, the more people who are new to this, the more they take it, they'll find that their cravings after the first month should definitely start getting better. So I just wanted to share that if it encourages anyone. Thanks.
Sabrina. And for those of you who are taking the superfoods, drop a comment in if you can relate to her. And so I just want to briefly jump in and say why that is. Our digestive tract starts in our mouth. And sometimes when people start with superfoods, they say they don't like the taste. I always encourage chew it for a few seconds, hold it in your mouth. Within a day, you'll be craving these shakes. But also, we're getting nourishment so deep into our cells. And that is one of my favorite things about what happened for me with this. I would often find myself standing in front of the refrigerator and not knowing what I wanted, or putting something in my mouth out of habit and going, oh, that is not what I wanted. Because as we start to alkalize the system, our taste buds change. And that's why the cravings are changing. We're actually going to start craving the shake. So I don't know if you have anything else to add, Mary Beth, but I definitely wanted to jump in there and explain that a little bit.
Yeah, and it's happened to me as well, where taste buds have changed. And one of the things that we're doing in this program is we're working on our body as a whole system. So the superfood program has been designed to really address multiple areas of the body, including our adrenals, our endocrine system, our hormones, our gut, our immune system. And one of the reasons that we crave sugar, Sabrina, when we're stressed out is usually our adrenals. We're in a little bit of a fight or flight. And of course, what's going on in LA, we're sending our prayers. It's really intense. And so remembering the more you stay on the program, the more the program is going to help you address the adrenals, the endocrine system, and all of that. So it really is in support of helping you long term restore the body and reduce the cortisol and all of those things. And so that's why we've talked about this isn't just a physical journey. This is very much an emotional and mental and even sometimes spiritual journey as we embark and continue on these superfoods because of the way it affects the whole body as a system. So thank you for your share, Sabrina. Laura, I see you have your hand up.
There I am. I can't see you, but can you see me?
We can see you.
Okay. I wanted to just jump in when you said about traveling. I'm just going to show you. This is all of my Purium I've brought to Italy. And even though I'm in the land of good food, I have been having a biomed every night before I go to bed. And I actually kind of just eat fruit during the day and then have been having a lovely dinner at night just because I still want this for my body, and it's easier and it's on the go. And for me, I was always athletic. I always ate organic, but I had spastic energy. I was an insomniac, and emotionally I was up and down all of the time, and that was just part of my life, just to be an airhead, really. And what this has done for me is getting the toxins out, I realized was the issue, where now I have a calmer nervous system. I sleep deeply, and I have been on it for 3 years. I won't be without it. I won't be without it because I'm a better person with this level of nutrients and with these toxins out, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's just so friggin' convenient.
Awesome. Thank you, Gooch. Thanks for sharing. I love seeing you on the road in another country with your superfoods. That's fantastic.
And crazy hair. This is a testament to nutrition too. My hair is just like growing so thick and long and fast. It's never been like this. And I'm 62. It's supposed to be all gray, and it's not.
Yeah, and that just means healthy cells in the body.
Yep.
Hair and nails, they're all cells. And so when we have growth like that the cells are healthy and they're duplicating healthfully. And on that note, for those of you that may be in the container with some bigger goals of like, oh, I want to, have better nails, hair, and skin, the basic ULT is a wonderful place to start. And if at any point during your journey you want to hone in a little bit more on any specifics, again, get back to the person who invited you to join this container with you, because we outside in Purium, we have a whole array of nutrition that we can focus on: adrenal health, we can focus on hormones, we can focus on immune, we can focus on healthy hair, skin, and nails. So even though the basic ULT is a pretty much covers most of the bases, we can also hone in a little bit more. So, in your journey, if you get curious about other things, don't hesitate to ask in the group, and we can share some details on those as well. So thank you, Gooch. Kelly, I see your hand up.
Well, this was absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Mary Beth and team, and so blessed to have just so many on the call. And, so I'm well into month 5, but carrying on, I have a whole array of Purium superfoods on my counter, and my transformation was absolutely profound in every area of my life. And, previous to this, well, anyhow, I wanted to actually just stick with I could go on and on about my testimonial, but I think I want to just tag team some of the things that have been said from my personal perspective around being addicted to superfoods. You know that phrase when people will say, "Oh, there's worse addictions." There's actually no better addiction than, and the educational journey that this has been for me has been so profound. And I had a lot of weight to lose, and I still have about 30 pounds of weight to lose. I lost, I believe, about 14 pounds total in the first 90 days. But I felt like, and had people tell me it looked like, I dropped 30 pounds. My whole being was, glowing, and the energy and the complete absence of inflammation. And when I focused on the inside of my body and my cellular health with these deeply nourishing foods, literally the weight just absolutely effortlessly released from my body, because my body felt safe to do so. And so even if you've got really, weight loss goals, just know that the focus that will happen. This isn't a weight loss program. It is a deeply nourish your cells, detoxify your body program. And that weight your body knows what to do with that excess weight. It was never designed to carry it in the first place. And so I wanted to just also, when Mary Beth said the extra foods, guys, I was at least 30, 45 days in before it even clicked in for me that we had so many other beautiful superfoods. And that's literally what they are. And so my dream, I'm still strong, 2 shakes a day, can't even imagine living differently. I loved what, I think it was Nicole that said, superfoods first. And so that's what we do here. That's what I do. I don't even think about food until halfway through the afternoon. And it is my new life, and it will become yours as well. And it's just, this container and this community is the place to hear all of this inspiration and encouragement from people who might be a little bit farther down the road. But I just love that we're going to be an evergreen container for all the people coming in this year. So thriving in 2025 and beyond. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for your immense support along the way.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly. And I know you have quite a few friends joining you in this group, so I appreciate you sharing this with others and just, spreading the goodness and paying it forward. And your transformation journey has been so inspiring. I hope you'll share more in the group, some of your before and afters, because it's really been inspiring to see. And then I do see in the comment a question about, can you share how these superfoods can build lean muscle mass and give you protein and nutrients if you want to maintain weight or gain weight or shift weight? And absolutely. So the beauty of this program is it's really helping your body get into homeostasis. So to get into homeostasis, if your body needs to lose weight, it will. If your body needs to gain some weight, it will over time. A great example is when I joined this journey, I had a lot of excess inflammation, and my body needed to let go of water weight and other my cortisol levels were high. And so I was holding on to weight. And so as I maintained the program, Some of the things like the super aminos can really support lean muscle growth. There's a rice bran in the Power Shake, which triggers our hormone adiponectin, which is like our healthy weight loss hormone. So it helps to regulate that. So for me, I was able to shed some of that excess inflammation, like Kelly was talking about. But for my husband, when he started the journey, he really needed to gain weight. And so one of the things that really supported him was doing the parasite cleanse that's in there because he was losing weight because of parasites. And so as he started to eliminate those things, his digestion got better and his nutrient absorption got better. And then we added, in your ULT, you can customize your shakes. And one of the shakes that's really amazing for helping with more of that healthy weight gain is the Super Love Meal. It's more calorically dense. It has some really amazing herbs in there to support adrenal health and hormone balance. And so my husband, in his first 60 days, he actually gained 15 pounds, which was exactly what he needed. And my husband takes a lot of aminos. He likes to take like 20 aminos a day, if not more. So he's a very active individual, very on the go and needs that muscle and that support. So Kristen, to answer your question, yes, the goal is for your body to find its own homeostasis and create a healthy weight routine, whether that's losing or gaining in your instance. So you can get back to the person who specifically invited you to talk a little bit more about, adding in the Super Love Meal or some other things that can support you in really building that muscle mass. But the aminos absolutely maintain consistent with those. And the aminos were actually invented by a doctor in Italy, where Laura Gooch is. And they started to get into the hospitals there in the physician handbook manual. And the reason being is they wanted something to give to patients that were comatose, who were bedridden, and they didn't want them to lose muscle mass. And so they started incorporating the aminos, and they were noticing that even people who were bedridden, not able to move their bodies, were maintaining their muscle mass through the introduction of the aminos. So that's kind of the story around those and why they're so beneficial and why they do what they do. So thank you for the question, Kristen.
I chime in real quick and just say that when I was at the most ill that I was at, I weighed about 90 pounds. And when I started this program, I didn't need to lose weight. I needed to lose weight and toxicity from the body. So there was like a week where I actually dropped down to 88. And I remember feeling almost scared. And then I realized I was actually feeling better. And then from there, I shot up and my body weight regulated. And so now I'm healthy, my hair is growing back, but the program really helps to detoxify the system so that nourishment can get into the cells. And like Mary Beth said, you can bring your body into balance, whatever that ideal weight is. So it's a weight regulation versus weight loss program. And so we're all going to experience it a little differently. But just know that if you see that fluctuation, if you're not trying to lose weight, that it's really the removal of the toxins so that the body can repair with the nutrients and then the rebuild can begin. Thanks, Mary Beth.
Yes, absolutely. Great point, Michelle. Sometimes we have to lose what's not serving us in order to rebuild on healthy soil, if you will. Christina, I see your question in the chat. For older customers over 70 and 80 years old, do they do a full ULT as well? Is there a more transitional way to ease them in? So yes, again, this is where we really encourage listening to the body, and there is a schedule set for those that really need that, desire that, want to do that. And we want to encourage you guys to listen to your bodies and do what you make the necessary adjustments again to make this sustainable for you. So my grandfather got on the Purium Superfoods when he was 88 years old. And this is a man that drank 2 pots of coffee a day, was a very like meat and potatoes kind of guy, smoked a bunch of cigarettes, and he hit a point where he realized he needed to change, or he was going through some big heart failures and things. And so he's like, all right, I'll get on the superfoods. And so for my grandfather, we eased him in, and we definitely reduced the amount because he didn't need as much. But what my grandfather started noticing is that he craved this more than other food because remember, these nutrients are food. And so you may find for more elderly that this becomes their main source of nourishment and food. And then the things that they eat outside of it are just kind of little snacks here and there. So my grandfather eased in, but he did eventually start getting on, the 2 shakes a day and just kind of following the whole routine, even though the amounts may be a little less for him. So easing into it, depending on the circumstance, is always great. And there is real magic in the 2 shakes a day. It really supports the bitters in the shakes, can really support addictive behaviors that the body has. And so, that can really help to get clear on what is your body really needing or not, or is um, certain bacteria overgrowth or yeast or fungus or mold craving what you think you need, or are you feeding your body what it needs? And so that's part of the process of following the routine, is allowing the body to reach homeostasis, so then you can then be led by it the way that it intends to be. So hopefully that answers your question, Christina. And Bob, I see your hand up.
Yeah, since Christina spoke about elderly people, although I don't feel elderly, I started my first ULT when I was 71, and it gave me so much more energy. I mean, things like I was just walking up Bear Creek, and that's right here in Telluride, and pretty good altitude. And I decided, well, let me walk faster. And then one day it was like, wonder if I can run. I've never run before. And I ran up this hill, it's like, wow. So I would say, yes, it's never too late. Go for it. You know, I am getting younger all the time.
And Bob has had an incredible transformation. Maybe he'll share his photos in the group as well. We'd love to see those, Bob. So you are a testament to real amazing transformation that can happen at whatever age, right? As long as there's the desire to and the consistency to stick with it. So thank you for sharing. Any other questions or voices that want to come forward? Again, the community is really for me, like Michelle said, you come for the health, but you stay for the community. So we'd love to hear your voice and we welcome you here.
Christina, I dropped a potential recommendation, some things you might want to see, just to address your concerns.
All right. Well, I know it's a Saturday and we all probably want to go do our Saturday things. So we really hope to see you in the groups. We hope to see you on the Thursday calls. Come share your story, share how it's going for you. And just really looking forward to thriving with you all for the next 90 days and beyond. Thank you so much for being here. Co-facilitators, if you have anything else you'd like to close out with, please do. And otherwise, congratulations, Madison, and congratulations all of you for committing to your Thrive. And we are here to support you.